Welcome back, everybody. So, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 1, Episode 9, named The Puppet Show. Again, this is another episode that I actually really did enjoy. Like I've said in past reviews of the first season of Buffy, it is the first season I do generally enjoy every single episode. And this is another classic example. It's not mainly focused around the vampires, and like a new kind of different kind of evil. And this episode is brilliant because it does kind of remind me a little bit of Chucky, a little bit, but with a twist. And I actually really enjoy it. I'm not going to go too into depth with this episode, to be fair, because not a huge amount happens in this. Like I said, there is a cracking little twist in the storyline. If you've seen the episode, you know exactly what I'm on about, which I actually really enjoyed. So in this next episode, it is mainly focused around a talent show at Sunnydale High, where Buffy and the gang basically get press ganged by Principal Snyder to actually take part in this talent show, which you then get to see kind of like how how annoyed they are or worried or scared they are of having to actually be in this talent show. It actually is very nice touch. It's a little bit different from past episodes, but it's really good. So as they are preparing for this talent show, the murders and deaths slowly start to appear. Not a huge amount. Somebody has their heart ripped out basically or cut out, and it realistically, they did think it was evil, but yet it's just more. They start to lean towards maybe it was actually human, introducing the puppet, which to be fair is absolutely freaky as you like. It is quite scary, and to be fair, I can understand where people's fear of dolls pretty much come from, especially mannequin dolls. Like you got a hand up their ass and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I can get it. And if they started talking to me, I would be running in a completely different direction. So, like I said, it does kind of remind me of Chucky a little bit. I don't know. I think I can mention the twist in this. Is that eventually throughout this episode, I am going to mention the twist to it actually because I can't do this episode review without doing that. So as the episode basically progresses, we find out that the dummy has got his kind of mind of its own, and the Slayer thinks that basically this is the pure cause of the murder that's being caused in Sunnydale. What did she did know is that this doll is actually the good guy, and they're looking for somebody else, and the doll actually thinks that Buffy is the demon that he is hunting to set him free. Like I said, it's a very enjoyable episode. You get a sense out of uncomfortability in this episode with the gang, like being on stage. You get a nice scene at the end of the episode, right at the end where they're all on stage, and you can see the fear. I actually generally liked it. It's a very nice touch, and it's always nice to see actors actually acting like they don't like acting. If does that make sense? You know what I'm trying to say, like that awkward feeling. You know, with me and being on top of the front of the stage. I'll tell you one thing, right? I watched a YouTube video about like views and all that kind of stuff, and I went, so you can sit in front of a camera and you get like 100 to 200 views on your video. That's easy to deal with. So now try and doing that in real life in front of people, and yeah, I'd be like that. I'll be like, oh my god, doing like a review or something like that, I would actually be shitting myself. This is another element I like. Once again, there is some good comedic element points in this. The storyline, like I said, I actually really enjoyed as normal. Um, like I said, with the twist at the end, when I first watched this, I remember it. I was like, "Oh, that's different. Yeah, okay, that's cool." And we get to see a bit more of Giles being involved in this episode as well. You know, I watched this episode a couple of weeks ago, and I'm actually just reviewing it. Even though I did review it, I didn't like that review, so I'm reviewing this again. So I haven't seen it for a couple of weeks. Um, Basically, you get to see Giles a bit more involved. Obviously, he has quite an intelligent brain. This is what this demon is after, to basically survive or to continue. Or I think it's like every 10 years or something like that, or every 70 years, this demon needs a heart, a brain to basically live. You know, it's just a nice added touch. It's like I said, it's completely steered away from, say, like the vampire kind of side of it. It's completely different. There's not really anything to do with vampires in this in any way, shape, form, which is just nice. This is where I like Buffy so much. It's because you've got that um, kind of. It's always changing. You know, there's never, unless it's a major storyline, as in like what we get in say like season 2. every episode is slightly different. Yes, they revisit the vampires, but yes, they always try and throw in something else. And this is just why this makes this first series so very enjoyable as well, because you're being introduced to brand new stuff. Sometimes they revisit this, and then it's just like I said, it's just a very entertaining episode. But actually, my favorite episode is actually coming up, which I'll be reviewing on, which is the one with Fear. I love that episode. I think that's probably my favorite out of the whole of the season, apart from probably the season finale. But once again, like I said, another Grecan episode. Really, really enjoyed it. I love Buffy, as you probably guessed by now. I know there's some people saying I should do season reviews instead of episode reviews. There's a reason why I'm doing episode reviews, because one, I enjoy doing them, and I get to revisit the first time I ever watched them, and I get to share my views on them, because there are episodes in Buffy that I actually don't like, or don't like that much, and I am a huge Buffy fan, and I just like doing the individual ones, because if I can kickstart my nostalgia for when I first watched it, I'm hoping it kind of kickstarts your nostalgia and maybe gets you to watch it again like I have been doing. It's just absolutely fantastic. So on that note, please tell me what you think. Put it in the comments down below as normal. I hope you all have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care and goodbye.